Radio Boss Hardbody, Kiotti 93.7 The Beat, man. It's not every day that you get to, sit with one of the homies that you really been vibing to for a good minute. Like, this ain't the new vibe. This is we know what this vibe is. We respect this vibe. We appreciate this vibe.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Good to see you.
Love and respect.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, dog. You know, it's always good to come back to Houston, man. Houston is one of the places I feel like really appreciate R&B. You feel me? Really appreciate classic shit. Really appreciate raw talent. So, yeah, I feel right at home.
You know, H-Town is from here. Matter of fact, the person that really found me was Dino, rest in peace, from the group H-Town.
Wow, that's
crazy. I did a talent show one night. I did the music before I did radio on some Luda type stuff.
Okay.
And leaving the talent show, they was like, hey, Dino want to meet you. I'm like, who?
Right.
They're like, Dino. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking they playing. Man, we pull up to Dino house. The first night I met Dino, got on a song with Dino and Adina Howard.
That's crazy. When you say got on a song,
went to his house, he opened up a session, and he was on there, and Adina Howard was on there. He was like, put a verse at the end.
That's crazy,
Very first time meeting Dino, and we was locked in.
So your love for music is different. Like when you hearing records, you're not just like, oh, they say play this record. You actually dissecting it and really listening to the intention behind the music, everything.
Man.
Production, you like, I could have did that production better. I could have did this better. Like,
look, I ain't did the producing yet, but the writing and arranging and the harmonies and melodies,
I appreciate that. I like when real music lovers really be behind here, you know what I'm saying, talking about the music and connecting with the people, because I think it's a different energy.
With you, if your life had a theme song, one of your songs, what song would you put to the theme of where your life is right now?
My life had a theme song?
Yeah. Right now, we can go right now, though, because I know right now.
I think it's... Title-wise, I would say Keep Going. The new single I just dropped.
Come on.
Because it's just like, I never see myself stopping. You know, everything is about elevation and, perseverance. You know what I'm saying? From where I come from Baltimore, it's like you just don't stop until you get where you try and go. But conceptually, I would say Space. Because space is about imagination and unlimited possibilities.
Got it.
So yeah, I would say those two. Yeah.
How long you feel like you've been doing? Was it 2004 the first single drop?
How long? I've been doing this for like 24 years, bro. 24 years. 24, bro.
You sure?
Yeah, 24.
Oh no, bro. You sure 24?
About 24 years.
Boys out here looking young now, you hear me?
Saying? 24
okay,
years,
man.
For real.
24?
Yeah.
Bro, that one of the things when you be like, I've been listening to bro for 24 years. You be like, damn, it's been 24 years for real. Time moving like that.
Yeah. No, it's crazy because I feel like music, like it sometimes, because music is like time in the flesh. You feel me?
Come on.
Because you record a moment in a time, and you encapsulate that time in music, and then you forget about it sometimes. You know, you going through the motions of experiencing it.
Yeah.
But time can pass, and the music itself still just take you to that moment. So you're not thinking about the years in between. You're not thinking about, and then you just, when you go back and look at, damn, this song came out in 2002. Just a Friend came out 2002. Break My Head came out 2002. And then you look at the other records and you just see the time lapse of it. It's just music is just this special thing that just is timeless in a sense. You feel me? That's what I always focus on when I create music. Like what's gonna make this shit stand still? You know, but me personally, I just try to stay as close to my original energy as possible in life.
Come on.
You know, and if I feel myself getting off it, I just figure out how to tap back into it. And that's how I feel like I preserve myself.
So we're going 24 years.
Yeah.
What relationship advice would you give yourself 24 years ago?
Relationship with like in love?
Love relation. Like what relation? Because 20 years, that's some time for relationships, my boy.
Yeah. I would say just be more honest with the women that I date off top.
Okay.
Like when I was younger, I wasn't ready for commitment. And I was acting like I was. I was in a committed relationship, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So I would say just being more honest so I don't have no karma to face later in life. That's it. Simple. Be more honest. Like, yo, this is where I'm at. You know, you're a good girl. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, maybe we just be friends. You know what I mean? But it's hard. It's hard because it's hard.
But who really does that?
Because sometimes you really feel like for somebody you will change, but it's not going to happen. You got to change when you're ready to change. So I would just say, you know, to my younger self, you know, it's a lot of fish in the ocean. You know what I mean? If a girl's in her moment, she really looking for something real, just leave it, let her, you know what I mean? Let that slide and go, just have fun. That's what I would say. And be more honest, straight up top.
Do you feel like people can handle the truth though?
Some people can. I feel like women can handle more truth than men sometimes. Sometimes.
Wait a minute.
Not every woman, but sometimes I think that we'd be surprised that if we honest with a girl, it's going to turn out. Because I have had situations where I was honest later on. Like, you could have just told me that. Like, I'm rocking with you. Like, it might not last for 2 years, but you know, at least the respect is going to be there. I feel like women will respect you if you're more honest, for sure. But if you like, you can't, and this is not, you can't, don't take this and be like 5 years into your relationship and be like, now I'm gonna be honest. Like, nah, bro, you can't tell your wife like, yo, I actually want 3 wives. I actually want 2 girlfriends. Like, I actually been dealing with such and such that I told you was just a friend. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying like off top, like this where I'm at in my life, you know, and keep it 100. And man, women too. Y'all be on that shit sometimes, man. Y'all be.
They just don't want to admit to it?
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. Especially these days. It's like, I think women like to keep their option open sometimes. Because, you know, one man might be good for her mind. One man might be good for her security. One man might be good because they more attractive. Like, you know, so I don't know. People are different.
I might have would have said something crazy, but after talking to NeYo, fool, my mind is, you know what? Sometimes if you just be honest, in your mind, that seems like a lot of people. Like, bro, that's 3 different people in this. But
I feel like as men, we have to also be honest with what is reality. It's like, bro, just because you desire to have more than one woman at a time doesn't mean that you can afford to. It doesn't mean that you can psychologically, emotionally, spiritually handle it. Just because it's like, oh yeah, men, we're made to like have different. That don't mean that you're supposed to be doing that in your life, in your lifetime, because you're not prepared to be that man to handle that.
Right.
You gotta be able to handle it. You're dealing with 3 energies or whatever, right? And also, even with dating one person, you got to be realistic about who you dating, because the girl you dating may have come from a relationship where maybe her dude paid for everything, and maybe she didn't have to worry about certain. Maybe she didn't learn certain ways to date a man like you.
Come on.
But then you looking at it like, damn, like you judging that situation, and vice versa for women and men. Everybody got to look at who they're dating, where they are in their life, the compatibility. There's a lot of things that goes into it outside of just, oh, we're attracted to each other. We look like, got to keep it real with each other. And that's a lot of times why I feel like things don't work out, because people are dating out of their wheelhouse, you know what I'm saying? Dating out of their league in a way, based on the other person's experiences and your experiences and what you're looking for.
You know, you're an artist that's made music about breaking up, being in love, complicated situations. What's one thing you think people misunderstand about love in general? Like, you know, just being in touch with their feelings.
Yeah.
What's one thing you feel like people misunderstand about it?
What love is in general. What is love? What's love to you? What's love to me? Talking about all of that before we even lay down. Because once you cross that line, it's like, you'll lie to yourself about everything. You're going to lie to yourself. Man, we lie to ourselves about who we with because we want what we want, right?
Come on.
We want that comfort. We want that consistency. But we don't have these conversations about, okay, what you went through in your life, like what you really been through. And you might not want to tell somebody that date 1, 2, 3. You learn that over time. A lot of times you don't learn people's demons until you 2 years in. And you like, ooh, all I did was go out with a friend and this nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He went demon time. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, right. It's like, you know, and so a lot of times we just don't know ourselves all the way. Well, we're not as accepting of ourselves enough to be ourselves with the person that we quote unquote want to give ourselves to.
Come on.
And so if you're not there, the things that you should know already, you're not gonna find out till 2 years, 3 years in. And at that point, now you ready to crash out.
You know what? Listen, this is how the viral stuff happens.
You ready to crash out, bro.
Here we go. You're gonna like this one. As much as we tell people to be honest, just based on real life, people are not honest all the time from the beginning.
Facts. Because it's like you don't want to lose out on the opportunity of getting whatever you looking for.
What you trying to get,
what
right?
Do you want?
So
what
watch
you going
this.
on a date for? What is it that you want?
So watch this.
Yeah.
How many dates in should you finally be honest and tell people, this is who I am? Because people, you meet the representative at first, right? So we go out on the first date.
Yeah.
The second date, the third date. Now we starting to kick it in.
I gotta stand up for this.
Which
one,
date?
I gotta stand up for this one. You gotta get into it. Hold up.
Which date?
Woo! All right.
At what point do we finally say, hey, you know what? I like you. I'm digging your feet. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm going to be 1,000% with you.
Here you go.
It depends on how much, like, okay, when you first meet somebody, whether it's social media, like that's the tricky part.
That's
social
the new
media
part.
is tricky.
You're right.
Because you don't know what you about to walk into.
Oh,
you
that's
don't know if that's Facetune.
Come
You don't know
on.
if that's, you don't know what's going on. So
I
you
didn't
got
know what Facetune was. That is a real
You don't know
statement.
if that's the, there's girls on social media that never talk. All they have is pictures. You don't know what her voice sounds like. You don't know what her personality is like. You don't know until you get.
Hey, how you doing? You're like, what are you?
You don't know until you get there. And vice versa. Like, right, you don't know if the dude, if he posted, is that his house? Is that his car? Is that all those chains real? It is, because you might be looking for somebody that's living a certain lifestyle and he not living that lifestyle. You might be looking for a girl that's a certain, but she not like that. So I think you got to get through that hurdle first. Once you get through that hurdle and y'all in each other's presence, now it's like, okay, what is the chemistry? If the chemistry says it's safe to open up and it's safe to like be vulnerable, if y'all doing that ping pong back and forth where the energy's open, yes, be 100. If she's asking you a question and she's answering questions and y'all are open with each other, be 100.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather be that than like play this person and getting her reeled in. And then when she see the real me, now she like, oh, you ain't even. But she was keeping, and vice versa. So,
right.
Yeah, I think just keep it 100 from jump, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't saying tell her all your business, but I'm just saying like in terms of who you are and what you want and how you show up, keep it 100. If you're an alpha, don't try to be sensitive because you don't want to hurt her feelings. If you're an alpha, be an alpha. If you're a sensitive person, don't try to act like you this. Yeah. You're gonna get beat up on the first night by somebody trying to impress her. You feel me? Like be yourself.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's how I feel about it.
Come on, man. These the conversations that get online and do some time. You hear me? People gonna start having real conversations because you got to get past meeting the representative. And then I forgot when you said that, that's real. Boy, you can, what they call it? You can Airbnb, you can Turo, you can do a lot of things now that can keep a facade going for a very, that's wow. That's
you got to just keep it 100 because it's like, if you really, you never know if you're going to end up really liking somebody and then now you got to let them in. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes you might just be like, I just did some more fun. Next thing you know, you like, damn, like our vibe, our chemistry is crazy. I might as well go ahead and invite her on this trip.
Come on.
I might as well. I just met her in October. Now it's about to be the holidays. I gotta invite her to the
Yeah. Family gonna tell on you every time. I don't care how much you lie. That ain't his car. You know what I'm saying? Your family gonna throw you under the bus. Come on, man. Let's talk this new single real quick. Let them know the title of the new single.
Keep going. It's out right now, man. Glad you came. The album's out as well. You know, we talking just real R&B, bro. Real R&B, real emotions, real, real vocals. You know, classic music that I feel like is gonna stand the test of time. But I feel like is needed right now. That it's what we talking about: connection and bringing people together, making vulnerability and honesty and openness cool again.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? You know, when I was coming up, I was listening to Jodeci and Boyz II Men and Kells and, all the good music that was still, it was cool because it was honest, because it was real music, it was real talent. So we just try to bring that back and keep it here, preserve it.
Album out right now, currently touring with Mary J NeYo. For you, man, what's it like? Lights come on, you get to go out there and perform for people that have been growing with you for 24 years.
Every night is different. Every night's a different energy. Houston was amazing. Every night it's a different connection with somebody different in the audience, whether it be, more people on the left side or right side singing with you, more people on the right. But every night is just a different energy and a different way to, illustrate my songs. I try to make it new for me every night with just the way I sing the songs, what moments I have crowd participation in, what moments I have, to connect with certain girls in the audience, whatever. So yeah, man, it's just shooting in the gym.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? It's shooting in the gym every day.
Come on.
I still love it, so yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, cause we're cool now. I be looking crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't got no hair no more. And I still be singing Braid My Hair, my boy. You hear me? Listen. I don't know if you
when that song came out, bro, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was in a space where it was like I was just learning how to be on the road and hustle and still try to be a kid and And that was a girl that I was dating that would always braid my hair. She was with me everywhere I went, but she couldn't travel overseas with me.
Got it.
This is before the song came out. And so I came back to finish my album. I'm in the studio with Harold Lilly and Warren Campbell. And my hair was half out, half in, right? And I was mad because she couldn't come to New York and braid my hair. I was like, these girls in London didn't know how to braid the same. It wasn't the same, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I'm in the studio and he's like, yo, come on, we got this crazy track we got to write. And I'm telling him this story about Shorty. I left out the studio for like an hour. I came back. He had already started writing. When you look at me, I know you see a 15-year-old getting. So it was just that. It was that real conversation that actually made that record what it is. So when y'all hearing the record, like it's really that's really what I was feeling in that moment. Like I just want to go home and let my girl braid my hair. You know what I'm saying? So it's
wild.
like, yeah, classic.
Real life moments make the best music.
Bro,
I tell artists that all the time.
That's why you gotta live. You gotta live.
Come on, introduce the single. We're gonna get into it now. I'm gonna show love. Like, I don't know if you know, my brother is a professor at Morgan State.
Oh, fire, okay.
Yeah, so he really be on the black blickety black, like for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just being sure that we understand our culture. So when he left here and went up there, I told him I could only come.
Morgan State is in Baltimore, just so I know.
So you know, listen, I only come during the summertime because y'all cold weather is disrespectful. You hear me? Y'all got real cold weather.
You know, it's cold out there. It get cold.
For sure, man. Introduce the single. Let's get it.
Keep going right here, man. Y'all keep it locked right here. 93.7 The Beat. Mario. Let's go.